All right, so
Yep,
Travis,
yep.
you're on the Ducross brothers here with Sean and Tristan Ducross.
Hey, man. Well, thanks a lot for having me on.
Hey,
Not a
it's
problem.
actually a pleasure. We've been looking forward to doing this interview since we started our quest to get into radio.
Nice. Well, much appreciated. Yeah, it's been a good ride for sure.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
Or-
you're doing big things in the motocross world, especially with the latest and being part of the X Games 3D DVD release.
Yeah, no, I'm super pumped. I mean, just as I said, you have to be able to, making a living doing what you love, and it's awesome doing this 3D movie that I think it's coming out in theaters and it's kind of cool enough. But so much fun to work with all the top athletes and X Games, and kind of get a behind the scenes look at the mental mindset and also kind of what goes into getting really good.
So it says that with the X Games 3D coming out, it takes everybody behind the scenes and tells the stories of sacrifices that the athletes have had to make. What's one of them that you have had to make that was a big impact?
Well, for me, I mean, it was just, I think the toughest part was, the family sacrifice. I mean, in the fourth grade, heck, we were already traveling around so much that, we drive from Maryland to Florida, and my mom and my dad would pick me up from school on Friday, drive all through the night, 15 hours to get to the race, the big races were in Florida. Race Saturday, race Sunday. My parents would drive all night, all the way back, drop me off at school on the way back in and go straight to work. And, I just think that's, there's nobody that makes it in any sport without a huge support from somebody or, some friends, family, whatever it may be. But I think that was the biggest for me, just the sacrifice my whole family put involved to this.
Yeah, it seems when you're always on a quest like this, family is always a key clock. As long as you got their support, you can do anything.
No, it's true. I mean, a lot of guys, which was neat about action sports is that we didn't know there was any money involved. At the time, like the Tony Hawks and the Dave Miras, they did it because it was truly passionate about it. And, a lot of the parents, a lot of the teachers, a lot of the people said, well, what are you going to do when you grow up? And, it's cool because these guys are really the pioneers and the forefathers that set precedents to now where parents are more involved because they're like, you know what, hey, you guys, this is the future and this is a real sport. And that's pretty neat.
And do you now classify yourself as the future of this sport?
No, I mean, I'm just just a guy that rides a motorcycle and just having a good time, trying to do the best I can to, promote the sport, but at the same time have a good time and, my ultimate pursuit of never having a real job.
I know. I love not having like a real job. I mean, this is fun for what we do too. We're here live right now with Travis Pastrana, X Games gold medalist, right on the Cross Brothers. Travis, you were at the X Games 15. You were trying to do a rodeo, and I mean, are you going to land that outside of the foam pit?
It's kind of come and go, and I was working with a lot of top teammates and analysts and anything to try to figure out, because no one's really done no one has done a flip and a spin on a dirt bike at the same time. We started, in 2000 doing the flips, and then 2002 the spins, but combining them has just been an absolute nightmare, but also an amazing challenge. So, yeah, Rodeo 720, basically you take off and you just huck it, and I lost my trick about a week before the X Games where I thought I had it dialed, and then it just kind of went away from me. But I already kind of told everyone I was going to do it. So you know what? It might work, but next year it will work. So looking forward to that.
So are you saying right now you are coming back for X Games 16?
Barring super injury or anything, yeah. I mean, I was really close to that trick. It's taken about a year and a half to develop. And it'll probably take another 6 months to get it dialed to where I'm confident with it. But I'm definitely willing to put in the work, and everything's possible. You just have to get past that boundary.
And to speak about tricks, and you were mentioning Dave Mirra, what exactly is the Dave Mirra trick that everybody keeps hearing that he has spoken to you about?
Well, Dave Mirra was the first guy on a BMX bike to really do a no-handed backflip 360. So a full flip, a full twist, and he couldn't do a full flip and a full twist, but he started doing it on trampolines and stuff. And so, you know what? It's easier if you take your hands off and you spin it that way. So Dave was like, this is simple. It's simple. It makes it so much easier. But on the dirt bike, when you fling your arms around, you just look like an idiot. It doesn't really help at all. so that was what he got me thinking about how to do this trick, and that's we ended up going from a no-handed backflip 360 to more of a rodeo 720. But that's where the foundation started from.
So is the 720 rodeo kind of the equivalent of trying to do the 900 now?
Yeah, well, yes and no. I mean, it's the 900 when Tony Hawk did it, back in '99 was absolutely amazing. Now there's guys doing it in their in the regular competition run. So everything's just a trick. But the cool part about this trick that I've been working on is it is a flip and a twist. So it's working on two different axes, which we never thought was possible. I mean, back in 1999, we didn't think you could even flip a dirt bike. No one had done it, and now you're looking at 10 years later and we're double flipping them, and that's pretty amazing progression for sure.
Sean here with Travis Pastrana here on the Ducross Brothers with Tristan Ducross. Hey, during the X Games, you were in the rally car and you ended up finishing second in the final, and you ended up crashing. How bad was the car totaled in that final round?
Yeah, it was weird. They didn't really show it well on TV. Everyone's like, man, you quit. I'm like, I didn't have a front right tire. Like in a normal ride, you keep going, but we had to do a crossover jump had to hit the jump at something like, 55 miles an hour. I'm like, there's no way with no front right tire we're going to get up to 55 right out of that corner. So kind of had to stop at that point.
Yeah, I think that was everybody was like scratching their head going, why isn't Travis finishing? But I guess nobody did see the fact that you did lose your tire there.
Yeah, well, it was weird because the one camera, I went out in the dust and they couldn't see it, and then I clipped the inside barrier, and it just, it was, you clip a wall, it's not going to move. It, we were going about 45 miles an hour, and it completely ripped the whole, the drive shaft, the front wheel, everything was just kind of off, and then all it showed was the next shot was just because the front end clipped, the back end hit the wall, and like, man, you barely touched that. Go. It's like, I wanted to.
What is it like racing in a rally car?
Oh man, rally car is awesome. It's motocross with the roll cage. Basically, you have this car that's, it's only about 400 horsepower, but the thing is so absolutely light and nimble, and you jump in, you're sliding, and especially in like an actual rally race where you never see, what's coming up. Your co-driver could say, basically max crest was, hold it wide open over this jump, and you could be at night and your lights are just pointing straight at the sky and you have no idea what's on the other side, and you get cliffs on one side, it could be in the snow, trees on the other. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, this year our goal right here is to try to go see a rally car race and try to catch you in one when you start coming down towards the California area.
Yeah, for sure. There's a few rallies out close to that area, but Rim of the World's a really good one. But if Colorado Cog might be the closest one on the national championship circuit, which is close to Steamboat Springs, and then you have a couple one in Oregon and one in Washington. But California's been a tough place to get the roads.
All right, so the Ducross Brothers here with Travis Pastrana. Travis, speaking about rally cars, New Year's Eve, you are going to try to jump your car and beat Kenny Block's record of 171 feet. Do you have any idea how you're going to do that?
Go faster. Go faster than he did. Hit a bigger jump. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a simple way to do it. But, we get the technology now, the math to basically figure out how fast you're going to have to hit it. And then I just hope the speedometer's set right, and we'll give it a go. We'll take a few runs at it. I usually don't like jumping with speedometer, but, when you're going, we're going to try to break, 250 feet. We're going to try to, shatter that previous record. And, a lot of guys have jumped pretty far, like I think almost 300 feet in cars into to blocks and styrofoam or cars or other, something soft. We want to do it where we can, you can drive out of it to make it a little bit more legitimate. But, if they could jump a car that far, we can definitely land a car that far. It's just a matter of figuring it out. So we're not exactly sure how far we're going to go, but definitely going to be big, going to be pretty scary, but should work out in theory.
All right, Travis. I mean, Sean and I have been talking about this jump since we've heard and read about it. Now we're thinking about jumping the Staples Center, the width of it.
Yeah, well, how far is the Staples Center? I mean, the basketball court would be simple to jump the entire thing.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, you couldn't really jump the width of the entire Staples Center, I don't think, because it's I bet it